Looking for that damage, finds him on the Diablo. Diablo forced it back out as their health drops low. The Immortal now is at 25%
back down
here.
on the Greymane, give me the first ball. But is it ETC? No, that's Malthael up there. A triple.
The Leyline used in the back, catching 3 people on top of that, followed up by the APOC and the Lurking Arm. Catching 2, but this time on is going to be the first one.
Wow, did you see that mosh pit? 4-man mosh pit while on a conveyor belt. That was like a regular sushi.
There's the lead, catches him in the mud pit. Time trap does pop. Mosh pit goes out. Ruben's still in trouble. Pops to stay a while and listen, but it's not going to matter.
Here comes the Bloodlust on the backside. The Visual gets under and then stunned. Oh my goodness! The combo!
Getting shrunk down, ETC getting killed. He becomes dog food for the Greymane.
I didn't think they had a chance. I thought it was all over. We said all or nothing, and they got absolutely everything.
Howdy, hello, welcome to Taco being keyed out a little bit by the stuff. I am Taco, this is Nexus Gaming Series, and we have for you NGS Season 11 Div E West Finals coming at ya. Just chatting with the teams real quick. Ooh, excuse me. I'm finishing up my dinner. I am all sorts of things. And we're getting underway. So, a couple important things to bring you real quick. That, one, other than I'm Taco, this is, getting to the end of Season 11. It's been a pretty great season. 2 phenomenal teams. As you see, as you saw on the starting soon screen, as you see next to me right here, we have the Tropical Ming Ball. This is the perfect drink for tonight's match between Flint Tropics and DeepFriedMingBalls. Fantastic. If you can't read it, hopefully you can read it. If you don't want to drink the alcohol, if you don't want to drink the alcohols tonight, then you can substitute the Curacao and the vodka for blue Kool-Aid and some Sprite, and you'll get the exact same effect. But fortunately, everything that you missed me saying is about a drink. So, like, whatever, man. More importantly, I have the candle of the night. Thank you, Aura and Windup Bird. It is pumpkin bourbon candle. I don't know where I'm gonna put it, but we have it because my desk is crowded. It's got nice. I don't know how to talk about a candle, so yeah. So we got a candle. Hopefully it doesn't set any of my setup on fire. But we're almost ready to go. DeepFriedMingBalls had the high seed coming into the tournament, coming into the playoffs. So they elected first pick. Flint Tropics. Flint Tropics banned Dragonshire and Brax's Holdout. DeepFriedMingBalls banned Cursed Hollow and Infernal Shrines. Flint Tropics is taking us to Ultra Pass. I'm looking forward to a good set of drafts. And I see you, Sarushkas. The drink is named after both teams. It is a tropical Ming Ball to get Flint Tropics in here with DeepFriedMingBalls. Captain Hin of DeepFriedMingBalls is the one who ended up finalizing the recipe, though. And with that, let's go ahead and get going. I think both teams are ready. And the dog has sufficiently avoided the camera. So, yeah, let's see if I can get him over here. Come here, puppy. You want to say hi to everybody, Darian? Ugh. Gotta get one of my favorite co-casters some camera time. Oh, Aura. Aura. Pumpkin bourbon. There you go. Yeah. He's dirty boy today. He's been playing out in the mud and the storms and stuff. All right, we are headed into the draft. It's gonna be a good time. While we're getting into the draft, a candle cam, jeez. While we start up the draft, this is an Nexus Gaming Series channel, so any subs or bits end up going to me eventually. Don't worry about it. In fact, save your money for the Region ARAM tournament. I don't know if we got a command for that. It's okay if we don't. No big deal. Because it's a cross-org thing, so I'm not sure. But Region ARAM tournament, you can go to my page, you can go to Region Discord, it's posted in a bunch of places. We're doing a ARAM tournament on June 5th for the Breast Cancer Research Foundation. Gonna be big. We've got at least 16 teams already signed up, and I know of a few more that want to. So, single elimination, best of 3 ARAM tournament after NGS season is over, because choice. So, don't spend your money on me. Spend your money on breast cancer research. However, if you feel like you want to go follow my channel because you like my my stuff tonight, I am El Taquito on Twitch, also known as Taco, and my my Twitter is on the screen. First couple of bans coming out. We get rid of Lucio and Zul'jin on the side of DeepFriedMingBalls here in Ultra Pass. Good mobility, good delay from the Lucio. Zul'jin can stack on those objectives pretty well because those are prime for team fights. Over here for Flint Tropics, we also get a ban on Orphea and Gazlo. Huli plays really good Gazlo, and Silver Arrow is kind of famous for his Orphea, from what I understand. Really good Orphea, kind of unconventional build. They like to build around it. So, you know, so getting rid of that Orphea, probably a good play. A Chromie first pick, really strong, lots of poke potential, lots of delay. As long as a team can build around to protect her, Chromie should get a lot of value. Mal'Ganis and Lunara coming in on the other side. Mal'Ganis a heavy CC tank. Lunara going to be able to hold people down. Also going to be a really kind of aggressive, but Mal'Ganis is pretty good at peels too. So I'm interested to see how he plays. But I think Mal'Ganis Lunara is a pretty safe early round. And the salt is already going live. Icex with the popcorn emote, ready to watch. Ready to watch the bloodbath. Yes, both controversial players, one from each team, are playing tonight. But we're here for NGS. We're here to have a good time. So instead of anything that you might want to say mean or ill about a particular player, maybe cheer for your team instead. Let's try to do that tonight. And Aura absolutely correct. Not the rank, it's the teamwork. Leoric and Uther picked up 4 DeepFriedMingBalls. Good in the protection stat there. Ready to see this combo work. And expect that to be kind of a tank Uther in this meta. Tychus is picked up for Flint Tropics. We'll talk about those mid bans in a second. A good Tychus pickup. The Deathwing ban, I think DFMB plays some Deathwing combos too, so I think that's a good pickup, or a good ban for Flint Tropics. The Brightwing, super mobile, hyper healer on a big map, can get everywhere she needs to go. So these bans definitely researched out, definitely thought out. Sonya, the other pickup for Flint Tropics. A good sleep setup from Mal'Ganis into the Sonya. I want to see one more set of AoE CC or just huge AoE damage coming out of Blood Beast here. I like the Anna Thrall pickup. Oh, right, because they still need it. See, this is why this is why I'm not good at this game, because Flint Tropics still need a healer, Stukov. But the Stukov silence with the Sonya and the Mal'Ganis, Tychus is going to use some grenades. Lunara's got that slow ability. I think Stukov gets a lot of value here. The Thrall pickup, Thrall always a solid pickup. Just a great offlaner, brings a lot to a team fight. Earthquake, level 20, one of the strongest level 20s in the game. I will fight you. So with that, that is draft number 1. So we lose this awful thing that you see right here in front of you as we go on into the loading screen for the game. Game number 1. Oh, geez, that was fast. Sorry about the extra sounds. Over here on Deep Fried Ming Balls, we got Huli on the Leoric, Elixir on the Uther, the Hin running that Thrall, Silver Arrow playing, I can only assume that's the Chromie, and Sil on Anna, that is again in the blue trunks, Deep Fried Ming Balls. And over here in the jungle coming out, we got Soul Limit on the Deer, Draven on Tychus, Blood Beast rocking that Stukov, Car Rascals on the Mal'Ganis, and up in the off lane, Aesop spreading them fables on the Sonya. That is the red trunks. Flint Tropics coming into the mid lane. We got the early fight going on, a little bit of damage coming out for the Lunara onto Chromie. Gonna throw in some Qs, try to get some fight, and a nice arrest up there on Mal'Ganis, stopping him from coming in and getting that CC, although he's trying to get some separation for the Lunara. So it worked out for both teams. Level 1 talents are on the screen. If you see something you think's interesting, let me know. We will gladly talk about it. Otherwise, I say I will gladly talk about it, but with you, so this really is a we. It's a team sport, this casting and watching video games thing. There are, again, the level 1s. We got a 2v1 down here in the bot lane, trying to get a little bit of pressure. Flint Tropics looking to move in. Early structures are important. Chromie soloing the siege camp right now. So yeah, oh no, get some help from Huli. Elixir. How do you spell Huli? I think it's E-L-I-X-E-R because, yeah, baloney. Oscar Mayer and stuff. Mal'Ganis just picking up the stuff. So this is a live new patch for those of you that haven't played yet. Lots of reworks. There were 5 reworks. Joe, Anduin, Vala, Stitches, and Raynor, all of which are banned tonight. This Anna Lunara mid lane, I love it. Janitor cam? Janitor cam. Janitor cam. Oh, Mal'Ganis coming in hot onto the janitor, giving him a little bit of a mess to clean up. Huli walking out. Getting, backing up, get some cooldowns back. Probably gonna go for that drain life here in a second. Oh, whiffs the bucket. No, sir. No, thank you. As we have a 3v2 down here, DeepFriedMingBalls trying to counter siege into this Flint Tropics bottom lane. Flint Tropics did take the bottom tower and almost has that almost has the gate down, and has that top tower a little bit damaged. So DeepFriedMingBalls a little bit behind there. Flint Tropics doing some good stuff. Let's see. Let me figure out what points I want to map. Alright, as these objectives are coming up, I'm gonna map, or I'm gonna bind a couple of locations. And we should be getting going there. I learned how to do this just the other day and it makes me happy. Alright, boom, there we go, snap to it. Early objective, you know, we'll see what happens. I don't expect a whole lot. Oh, I guess now that it's started to get channeled, maybe they'll contest. But usually this first objective kind of gets ignored for a while, and it's already taken back after 7 seconds. Aesop gonna go down, maybe as the first blood. 100 health, then Chromie picking up that first blood on the Sonya. She said, war paint, I wear your war paint. Nice pickup for Silver Arrow onto the Sonya the Hand, getting the channel onto this prisoner camp as well. I don't, man. Where's my Hordes at? For the Horde, Loktar, Ogar. That's why I hate this map. Like, if I'm the blue team, I never want to win this. And then if I'm the red team, I always lose anyway. So like, Elixir in a little bit of trouble, not getting as much armor because of the nerf on Uther armor with this patch. Getting low, but getting out. Draven looking really low. Mal'Ganis gets stunned out of what looked like about to be asleep, and Mal'Ganis rooted and goes down. Another kill for DeepFriedMingBalls coming in on this objective phase. Now with a 5v4 and half of the remaining Flint Tropics looking a little low. DeepFriedMingBalls trying to push in, but Sonya saying, I am the true barbarian. Lunara going down as well. Chromie showing her that animal instinct, the heart of a dragon coming through. And the first objective goes over to DeepFriedMingBalls. See if they can get any value out of it though. Alright, looks like we're getting a little bit of push in all the lanes. A good defense on the bottom line. On the bottom lane. That bot mid go down. Let's look at this top lane. Know, things happening. No one, why did I press tab? I'm the observer. I can do, like, observer things. Like, pull up stats over here. We'll take a look at level 10, at talents again when we hit level 10 in a second. That's the button I was looking for. So, top fort goes down. Swift clears on the bottom and mid objectives from Flint Tropics. Only losing a towering gate mid. Bot took basically no damage. A nice wisp. Looking at this mountain golem boss. Oh, Pat, I'm sorry. I didn't even realize. Here's the Sonya. Look, she's fine. She's okay. And here are the level 10 talents. Chromie picking up that stuck in a time loop at level 8, as was just mentioned in the chat. We get Earthquake from the Thrall, Divine Shield on the Uther, and there is a Divine Shield as the Leaping Strike almost takes out the Uther, but just in time, going to say, nah, I'm alive. March of the Black King, because it's Hooli playing Leoric, and so look for that Drain Life build, I think, if you're taking March, and Nano Boost on the Ana. And speaking of Nano Boost, maybe? No, Chromie getting caught in the backline, gets a return on the Mal'Ganis. This is going to be the first kill over for Flint Tropics. Tychus picking up that kill, and DeepFriedMingBalls having to back out. So not quite getting what they wanted out of the time loop. But over here for Flint Tropics, we do get Leaping Strike, ha 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 ha, out of the Lunara. Commandeer Odin. Is it Commandeer or Commander? Commandeer Odin for the Tychus. Sukov picking up that massive shove. You don't see that as much. A lot of people like to go for that flailing swipe, but massive shove pretty darn good. And that is Carry On Swarm out of the, no, Dark Conversion. Dark Conversion out of the Mal'Ganis. That'll be fun. That'll be really fun. And out of the Sonya. Look for those giant leaps. There's the Dark Conversion onto Elixir coming in, but nice heal, and the armor gonna mitigate a lot of that damage. Luther looking just fine, but Mal'Ganis going back to basic club. There's a time loop in the earthquake onto the Tychus, but Tychus is gonna go down. Frontline Tychus not where he wants to be, and Lunara picking up that extra damage on the side, being that damage sponge for Leoric. Leoric gonna finish off that kill. Mal'Ganis coming in, trying to scare off the DeepFriedMingBalls, and it works. Have you seen Mal'Ganis' face? What a scary dude. He comes charging at me like that, I would want to leave as well. DeepFriedMingBalls getting a head start on this objective now that they are up by 2. Oh, thank you, Crush. Command and Conquer Odin. Gotcha. Wait, is Odin doing the commanding and the conquering, or is it Command and Conquer the Odin? Is he getting is Odin getting conquered, or is Odin conquered? Mal'Ganis getting away with a big sleep. Here comes the leap right in onto Silver Arrow, and the Divine Storm gonna keep Chromie alive. There's a time loop to help keep himself alive as well, getting rid of any would-be chasers. Mal'Ganis deep in the back line. The Dark Conversion getting slept by Syl. What a great Ana play. Here comes the spear from Sonya, but it's not gonna land. And 0.1 second left on the objective, but Tychus is gonna go down to the Chromie. And the second objective going over to DeepFriedMingBalls. And look at all those little baby XP globes. They missed so many waves with the little baby XP globes. So cute, nice little time loop. And chain sleep from Ana, gonna wipe out the Lunara as Mal'Ganis starts flying away. Objectives now walking in. There's gonna be a lot of spell power, move speed, and attack damage. Gonna knock out that bottom fort. Mid fort might fall with the Leoric there, but Tychus going to work on it. But we're gonna keep an eye on this Stukov, who does sidestep all of the Chromie sand, saying you don't get to put that anywhere near me. And that mid fort does go down. Tychus not able to whittle it down in time, but we have a 4-man push here in the bot lane, still into 3. A big sleep coming from the Mal'Ganis, and a Dark Conversion onto Ana. That's gonna be a lot of damage going up with the Divine Shield in time to stop a good chunk. But Mal'Ganis back to full health, but gets taken down to a 3rd by that time loop and Dragon's Breath with the Eye of the Tiger? Mobius, oh, that is Mobius loop that does the center damage. Okay. And Elixir gonna die to the tower. The second kill of the game for Flint Tropics goes to the tower, defending the keep. And we do miss a Tychus and Lunara death here in the middle, it looked like, because Uther was dying to a fort. And let's be real, Uther dying to a fort is way more entertaining. Or not, I don't know. I'm just talking about it, you guys are watching it. Oh, and it looks like we do have the Silver Fan Club in the chat. Oh, I forgot to ask for a prediction because I'm looking at nothing right now. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Pat. Oh, jeez. I gotta read this in it. Oh no! Oh, the Copy Pasta Silver Fan Club!
Looks like we're gonna have another prison camp to knock down.
Aura, I don't think you've seen the Silver Fan Club, though. It's a thing. There's a big earthquake. Draven already at half health, getting time loop. That's going to be the Unstoppable to stop the time loop. But Draven's still going down because Unstoppable is still, that's a channel. Chromie finishing Mob Car Rascals with the Mal'Ganis Dark Conversion takes a lot of that health and damage again before he can really get it back. So it served almost as a temporary shield, but he still goes down. Sonya falls as well, but they did get the healer. Anna goes down. Flint Tropics trying to claw their way back in. They are at the same talent tier. Ooh, a boss. Let's check out this boss. I don't know, Aura. I mean, it's positive. Let's keep the positive vibes going, but maybe not in paragraph form. I don't know. What's happening? Why is nobody in the mid lane where I wanted to look? Jeez, Pat. Alright, this objective now getting counter channeled. The Mal'Ganis going for the sleep after the root, and a dark conversion gets interrupted. I guess it got ranged, but still back at half health. Probably didn't want to use that dark conversion at that point anyway. And Chromie raining down the Sandblast. But here comes the time loop on the Sonya, and the leap following it, but the return again. The re-return on stuck in a time loop is going to be enough to take out the Sonya. Mal'Ganis already went down, but Thrall goes down without getting that Alpha Wolf finish. I believe that's Alpha Wolf. And a nice turn of events for Flint Tropics. Wait, nope, that's bad. They're the ones, they have 2 dead. But they don't, no, they do catch the Uther. Now it's 2 for 2, and that's a staggered kill on DeepFriedMingBalls. Now without their tank, DeepFriedMingBalls is going to have a hard time contesting this objective. Flint Tropics needs to get in there and get going now, and they almost got this mid fort down. That bottom fort went down a while ago. I'm not sure when, because chat, you're so much fun to talk to, and I've been reading what you're saying. A big massive shove onto Leor, pushing him out, but that's going to be a standing still. Stukov and Lunara stuck in the time loop again. No, or I get you. I get you. I just have opinions and I voice them. That's all. Yeah, the Divine Shields. Oh, clutch Divine Shields on a full health Uther. I mean, it doesn't matter how much health the Divine Shield target has. It matters how much CC and damage it prevents, right? And still getting caught. The Anna getting leap striked or something. Sonya finishing off the kill, but Lunara gonna go down. The dark conversion going to get off on the Thrall, but Mal'Ganis dies. Lunara also finishing off the Thrall after the dark conversion. The Divine Shield on the Chromie, stuck in a time loop on someone. The cooldown reduction huge though. Chromie going to do a lot of pepper, and Uther finishing off the Sonya kill. The Commandeer Odin coming in at the Chromie. Chromie goes down. Odin trying to get out now. Lots of damage. Maybe gonna get saved by this Stukov, but that was a huge chunk of health knocked out. And the drain life, 30 health left on Odin. Is that gonna be enough? Tychus dashing his way downtown, walking fast, trying to get the hell out of here. And Channels goes back to DeepFriedMingBalls, but Flint Tropics will be back sooner in higher volume, so look out, they're coming for you. But these keeps are in bad shape. And here comes the Flint Tropics trying to get this channel. Hooli, can he get a 7-second delay? No, level 20s are picked for both teams. Let's take a look before everybody starts to die. We got Earth and Shield stuck in a time loop. Redemption on the Uther. March of the Black King Improvement, the Death March, the Damned March 4th or something like that. And is that Dynamic Optics? It's Shrike Dynamic, or Vampiric Rounds Dynamic Optics, Anna. What? Dark Conversion. Oh, I thought I started to hear that. This is time loop on the Tychus. Going to come back again. That's going to be a lot of damage out on the Tiger. Silver Arrow taking a lot of damage in the back line. Lunar manages to get to him, and Sony keeping him down, so he's not able to finish on the Tiger. So Lunar, Tychus, and Stukov then do all fall in rapid succession. There's the AoE Dark Conversion onto the back line. Mal'Ganis at 600 health. Is that going to be enough? 700 stun, and he goes down. That is a full mega kill for DeepFriedMingBalls. They're going to come in for this objective and probably take the game, but let's look at those level 20s anyway. We got Ariat Crater, the AoE Dark Conversion, Wrath of Nathriza, because he's one of the Nathriza, right? Whatever. Top off on the Stukov, Bob and Weave for those extra dashes on Tychus, and Intensifying Toxin going hard into that, poison damage. All right, from the game. Do you think the next character they're going to add is going to be what? Price or soap? Oh, Captain Price. And that is game number 1 over the DeepFriedMingBalls Ultric Pass. Looking forward to a great game number 2. Well played by both teams. As Mongoose would say, I'll take that trade. Where's the puppy? Puppy! Either one. Do I get a Darien or a Sylvanas? Oh. Yeah, good Darien. Alright, let's grab these puppies real quick, because that's why everybody comes to my stream. Sylvanas, come here. Come here, baby. Come here. Hi, baby girl. So, game number 1, wow, look at the damage on Chromie. The nano boost, the time loops, getting that cooldown reduction. Really strong play out of the Chromie. Tychus also with a lot of damage on the team. Lunara not far behind, so kind of covering that spread for the team. Really present, a clear and present danger, both of those heroes into DeepFriedMingBalls, but the protection around the Chromie worked out really well. The objective fights were insane, absolutely huge. Mal'Ganis and Sony getting into the back line, getting a lot of pressure, but the AoE coming out was just enough to keep them down. And so DeepFriedMingBalls walking away with the win for game number 1, and I should probably give them credit for it. And we will be finding out for game number 2 shortly, but yeah. So I'm gonna eat another Totino's pizza roll. Also, I'm going to clear stuff up for the team, or for the teams. Sit. Up. Wait. Yeah, that's Sylvanas. Oh, and there's Darien. Good girl. Okay. All right, so Flint Tropics is picking map pick. Where is? No, sorry, Flint Tropics is taking first pick. So, DeepFriedMingBalls will take the map pick. So real quick, Hooli, what is trait value? What is trait? Alright, so just a reminder while we are waiting on the next lobby. Oh, here, let me show you talents as well. But the featured candle of the night is this wonderful pumpkin bourbon. Shout out to Aura, Miss Windup Bird, and Not Vela for, well, talking about candles the other day. Ooh, we're going to Tomb of the Spidershire. Spider butts, spider butts. So, let's drop out of here. Let's come over here. And here we are on the maps. On the maps, 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 on the maps! Tomb of the Spider Butts. So, game number 2. This is going to be a much tighter map, much closer combat. I'm looking for some wombo combos, some just utter destruction. Also a reminder on your screen: the drink of the night is the Tropical Ming Ball in honor of both of these teams. Oh, that's so good. We almost did a pumpkin waffle candle, but then we're like, wait, bourbon. Look, they're Totino's pizza rolls. I missed dinner. I've only got 2 left. Just bear with me. I think both teams are ready to go. So I found myself into a lobby. This is going to be Tomb of the Spider Queen. Oh, I didn't get to ask in time. He was like, wait, whose team am I on? I'm not on a team. I'm casting. But ha ha ha. Sorry, that's a team joke. So we're going to Tomb of the Spider Queen. I'd like to see a I don't know. I don't think they're gonna. I think the bands are gonna stay pretty much the same. I will say, before we get too far into this, don't forget Region ARAM Tournament. I don't know if we got the command and nobody let me know. So I'll find out. Cool. Not a worry. Region ARAM Tournament, raise the money for Breast Cancer Research Foundation. A single elimination best of 3 ARAM tournament, because why not, right? Good way to wind down after an NGS season and head into the off season and do something great for some people. If you're interested, message me or Murda or Vel on Discord and we'll try to get you hooked up. That being said, also, if you're enjoying the cast, if you're enjoying the stream, if you're enjoying the content, because all 3 of those are actually different right now, because that's how I do this thing. Go give me a follow over at twitch.tv/eltaquito. You can check me out on the Twitch at the Little Taco. I post dog pics and talk about video games. I forgot to tweet out this match tonight though, because I'm fantastic at this thing. No, it's okay, Aura. I just wanted to check. But yeah, so do that. Subs and bits and donos go to me, but don't give that money to the ARAM charity tournament on June 5th instead of me. But do go give me a follow. I'm doing I'm starting a new thing on Saturday, so we'll talk about that more in a little bit if people are interested. Let's skip to this draft now that we're halfway through it. Lucio Zul'jin ban, same thing, not surprising. Orphea Gazlo ban, same thing, not surprising. May pick up from Elixir, I like it. Let's see how it goes. Karkaro coming in instead of Syl, and Miss So-and-so coming in instead of Hooli for DeepFriedMingBalls. So an interesting change out of the team layout. Let's see how this adapts. You know what? So, thank you, Saraleth, for reminding me to actually go to the draft screen. I just started talking about it anyway. So I like the May. I think the Leoric here on Toon Spider Queen is going to be really good, and I think Karkaro is going to play a lot differently than Hooli did. And then, a Valera band coming out of Flint Tropics. I think that's targeted at the Hen. So the Chromie being taken away from Silver Arrow. Chromie really strong hero again. Chromie's just a really strong hero right now in general. Lunara was played really well by Soul Limit last game, and Blood Beast picking up that Brightwing. This is a smaller map. Maybe a little bit less value out of the global from Brightwing, but with it being tighter, it's a lot easier for Brightwing to get the reset on that Z to make up for you're not getting as much distance and maybe not surprise value, but pressure value out of it, but you're getting those heals back all the time. So Brightwing going to be, I think, really strong here. Mal'Ganis coming in again, late pick this time, less interrupts for the Mal'Ganis. Right now, the only immediate interrupt is Artanis. So I think Mal'Ganis is going to get a lot of value unless Silver Arrow comes in with something super CC heavy. But Mephisto instead going to come in, playing around with those skins. This is an interesting looking draft. I don't know. There's not, oh wait, there's a really beefy front line for DeepFriedMingBalls, but there's also really good presence coming out of Flint Tropics, and Flint Tropics bringing a lot more damage in, I think. Although Mephisto can pump it out if he's hitting all of those abilities. With that, we are going into game number 2. Let's see if I actually remember to take us over to the in-game screen. Good news, everybody. We made it. Over here in the Blue Trunks, defending from game number 1, up 1-0 in the E-West Finals. We have in the blue corner, Elixir on the May, Karkaro on Leoric, Silver Arrow on Mephisto, the Hen on Artanis, and Miss So-and-so bringing it in on the Lily. And look at that Skinergy on the Pegasi. That is DeepFriedMingBalls. And over here in the red corner, we got Draven on Chromie, Soul Limit rocking the Halloween or Nexo Lunara. Mal'Ganis played by Car Rascals in the same theme. Blood Beast on the scary Dragon, Brightwing, and Aesop rocking the Zool. Gonna be picking up all of that soak. That is your team, Flint Tropics, and here we are in the mid lane going after a huge exchange. DeepFriedMingBalls starting out pretty much at half health. Let me get popped out there a little bit more. DeepFriedMingBalls all at about half health, taking a beating from the Chromie. Here are the level 1 talents. Chromie saying, I can do that too. I can do it too. Again, level 1 talents on the screen. If you see something you like or you don't like, let me know. We can have a chat. Otherwise, they're there for your information. Nice double stun. And then nothing happened. Leoric alone in the top lane gets a visit from 4 people. Coming up from Flint Tropics, getting taken down real low. He's gonna have to tap. Silver Arrow coming in with the Shade of Mephisto. And May engaging in, doesn't have her escape. He's gonna get polyed after the stun from Mal'Ganis, and that's gonna be first blood over to Flint Tropics. Gonna be picked up on the Icetologist. Oh, I heard loud noises as soon as I started to go down, so yeah. Now Ganis looking for an engage on Silver Arrow, but the sleep to escape as Leoric comes up from the turn-in point. Both teams sitting at about 35-ish gems. Neither team enough for turn-in, trying to get that early turn-in, maybe. Zool picks up that Bruiser camp. And I thought Artanis was headed down for the siege camp. I was wrong, so why am I still staring at it? Very good question, chat. I'm so glad you asked. I know everybody was wondering, I only have 1 Totino's pizza roll left. And I keep saying Totino's because I don't want people to misunderstand and think they're like the big ones that you get at restaurants. It's just the little microwave packs. It's not sponsored or anything. Maybe if I say it enough it will be though. Or can you get me a sponsorship? Silver Arrow like ring around the rosy, you can't hit me and I can't hit you either. As he's playing with 3 of Flint Tropics there in the middle. Both teams do have turn-in. And someone did a little bit of rough math on the side of DeepFriedMingBalls, turning in for 49. And a nice swap, misses Aesop but picks up Draven on the Chromie. But Leoric does get the turn in the top lane. Elixir is going to slide out of danger with about 400 health left. The Shade of Mephisto out in the front. Comes back the Hin looking really low on that Artanis. About a quarter of his health left. Going to walk out just fine, it appears. Bizwig's in the chat. The leader of, I say the leader of the Silver fan club. He's the first person I ever saw with the copy pasta streams, or string, so I just assume. This first set of web weavers looks like DeepFriedMingBalls is looking for a bottom lane push, which is kind of strange on this map, but I guess it relieves some pressure as well, and will have to be dealt with in general. A nice blizzard into a swap from the head onto Aesop, and Zool's gonna go down. The second kill of the game, gonna be the first one for DeepFriedMingBalls. Artanis about to fall, getting caught by the stuck in the time loop, or by the time loop from the Chromie, goes down to 200 health and stays alive. Look at the body blocking from the team. The Hin owing everybody on his team a tropical bean ball later on. I love the memeing in chat. It's fantastic. But oh, a big sleep coming out of Mal'Ganis with Draven dropping in the Dragon's Breath just not just in time, but to get that free damage out while they're sleeping. And almost another turn-in available for DeepFriedMingBalls, but Flint Tropics really wants to get this turn-in go ahead and interrupt the push from DeepFriedMingBalls. Flint Tropics getting it. Mal'Ganis with enough, and that's going to be Red Web Weavers coming in. And Leoric looking low. Does he have Fountain? Maybe, maybe not, but isn't going to use it even if he does. Isn't going to go back. Mal'Ganis dropping in with the sleep. Here comes the patient from the Brightwing. Both teams level 10. We'll take a look in a second. The Q-stacks are finished up for Chromie, but not for Mephisto. And Infinite stacking on the Arcanus. Brightwing goes down in all of that mayhem. All of the R's have been pressed, and all of DeepFriedMingBalls except for Mephisto goes down. Brightwing died in that process. We'll look at all those level 10s that got used in just a second. I really need to get that instant replay feature set up for next season. And a huge sandblast coming from the Chromie to knock out Mephisto with about a 15-10 second stagger. And Flint Tropics coming in to push these lanes with this set of Web Weavers. A perfect time time to take and win that fight. Flint Tropics coming in hard right now into this top lane, and it's going to die to poison damage from Lunara. But with the death timer so low, we get it in Tomb and a time stop from the Chromie. Kind of staggered up a little bit. I don't know if that was intended to be timed that way, but it looked a little awkward. But Leoric does go down in there, so you know all's well that ends well. Flint Tropics still not done with this push. Zul about to lose his Web Weaver down to the bot lane, but is getting some pressure on that bot keep. And Flint Tropics looking great right now. And Flint Tropics about to turn in again. This is going to be another set of Web Weavers marching in to DeepFriedMingBalls. Real quick, let's look at these heroics. We got Suppression Pulse, Durance of Hate, Ice Wall, Entomb, and Jug of not enough teacups because where's the Water Dragon? On DeepFriedMingBalls, and then we have the Giant Booger, Poison Nova, that is Time Loop, Dark Conversion again, Blink Heal, and Leaping Strike coming out of Flint Tropics. There is the Time Loop onto Silver Arrow. There's Ice Wall going to trap whoever it is, going to trap Stop, but Blinded and Blinded are going at it, and now Stunned, looking for an opportunity to do a Dark Conversion, and Rascals and Mal'Ganis going in hot onto Silver Arrow. Lots of poison damage on this team. But everyone looks like they might get out. Lily with the Jug of 1,000 Cups going to keep everyone up, except no, Silver Arrow does fall. The Blizzard not enough to mitigate that damage, even with that induced hibernation damage reduction talent. And Lily goes down as well. Flint Tropics just pushing hard into DeepFriedMingBalls, and they're in a great position to do a boss and Web Weaver phase. I'm interested. I don't like the way they're doing this call. I like the call. I don't like the way they're doing it. I would like to see them take this boss without capping it, turn in, and as the Web Weavers are spawning, then cap, so the Web Weaver and the boss are marching together. That is exactly not what happens. But that's okay, because they're ahead and they're doing well. Draven does finish up the turn-in for Flint Tropics. This boss coming in. Boss goes down, Web Weavers aren't there, but this mid push under a Blizzard. There's the Ice Wall, not quite going to catch you, and Silver Arrow jumping out to the back, but going to get polyed, and Leaping Strike are the Jugs going to be enough to keep the Mephisto up as the Poison Nova goes out from the Zul. 3 poison damage heroes on this team with that Dark Conversion. That's going to go out onto Silver Arrow as well. The Hidden barely staying alive with that shield, but Mal'Ganis goes down to the fort. Everybody else is low, and Leoric coming into the front line, but that bottom keep goes down for Flint Tropics. They lose their tank. I think they're going to be able to get this mid keep as well. This top keep is looking really low. This might be a full structure clear. Yes, as the Web Weaver goes down, all the structure's gone on the side of DeepFriedMingBalls, and an excellent double turn-in for Flint Tropics. Retreating back to their side. Let's take a look at this Bruiser camp coming in. And see if DeepFriedMingBalls can find an opportunity to pick up the turn-in. Lunara getting turn in, and it looks like all of the Tropics going down to that bot lane to get that camp. Big ice wall coming up from the main. There's a blizzard onto Asa. The ice wall, more of a zoning ice wall. Not gonna get anybody caught in it, but there's the French Post and the Entomb. The Dreams of Hate gonna be big with Lily, the first one to fall. The time loop onto Silver Arrow, but the Dragon's Breath gonna be a lot of damage, and Artanis and Leoric both go down. May maybe getting out alive here, but not able to get away from the Lunara, and nothing to heal her up. And May's gonna go down. Silver Arrow with not able to pick up any gems either. This is gonna be a 5-man push into this core, and that's gonna be, looks like game number 2 over to Flint Tropics. Mal'Ganis does go down, but the defense not enough. Game number 2 over to Flint Tropics. Well played again. And that's gonna guarantee us game number 4. Yeah, I like Chromie into Mephisto. Interesting pick of Mephisto after the Chromie first pick, but you know, it's fun. It's fun. Yeah, so thank you to Captain Skippy on the sub, or on the Prime subscription, as well as there was, let's see. Yeah, Ektar, there's a SpongeBob meme. Basically, there's a SpongeBob episode where Patrick is given a compass and told to guide us east, and he's like, "East? I thought you said weast." And so that's the joke. Thanks for playing. So here's the stats. It was a lot. It was basically the absolute opposite of game number 1. Am I showing? Where's? There it is. Game summary. So, and I think King Andrew has a really good point here, in that the Dark Conversion worked out really well for Mal'Ganis into the Triple Bruiser. There wasn't a whole lot of threat to stop the Mal'Ganis. We talked about that during the draft, how there's only one immediate interrupt for Mal'Ganis, and that's the swap from Artanis. So Mal'Ganis kind of got to have free reign over the entirety of the team, while the poison damage from Zul and Lunara and Mal'Ganis just all coming out, and Chromie just raining havoc from the back. And May and Artanis, and May, Artanis, Leoric, and Mephisto all had an ability to get to Chromie, but there wasn't really a whole lot of protection. And so I think that's where the strengths of Flint Tropics draft really came in. They were able to get to whichever target they wanted to, and have the protection for it, and the damage to back it up. So really well drafted, really well played out of Flint Tropics. I'm excited to see game number 3. And while we're doing that, sorry, in talking to a mod for a sec. While we're doing that, let me plug everything again. So, like I said, Skippy, thank you so much for... Okay. Let me get in touch with the other captain. So... lost track. Plugs. Captain Skippy, thank you for the Prime sub. Just a reminder, subs, bits, donos, whatever, go to the caster. That's me. However, don't do that. I mean, thanks for the Prime sub. But go give me a follow, twitch.tv/eltaquito, at the Lil Taco on Twitter, and sometimes I like remember to post things and stuff. But go to instead of giving me your money, June 5th, region charity ARAM tournament supporting Breast Cancer Research Foundation. There's sign-ups links. I don't have one here today, unfortunately, because of unfortunate things. But there's sign-ups. Talk to Murda, talk to me on Discord, talk to Notvella. There will be someone that can help you get find the link. I'll probably drop it into the I'll drop it into chat in a little bit. That it's a charity event. So instead of giving me your money, give your money to the charity. June 5th, ARM tournament. It will be awesome. And again, just a reminder as I come over into the best of 5 map screen as we're getting ready to go into the game number 3. The deep fried meat, or not the deep fried, sorry, that's one of the teams. The tropical Ming Ball representing both teams. On the screen, there is also an alcohol-free version at the bottom of that graphic. Feel free to celebrate our teams. And I do see a raid pop up. 7th Ace, thank you for the raid, my friend. I don't know if there's a shout-out command. There's not one on my stream either, so I'm working on it. So it looks like we are going to rip Volskia Industries. Should be picked by Flint Tropics. And I guess I'll actually join the match. Join the game. Join the lobby. Dang, they're throwing me shade in the lobby too. So, game number 3 coming over to Volskia Foundry. Lots of interesting tactics, and I think it's more about the draft with how you address the objective here. So I'm looking for that again. So this is or not again. This is going to be a more point control focused map. So I'm interested to see things like the Mephisto, like the Chromie, like the Orphea, the Deathwing. And both teams are ready, so we're gonna hop in here, but it is game number 3. So for Aura and Wind Up Bird and Vel, just gonna holler or shout out the pumpkin bourbon candle of the night. Thank you for the is that the Tiltify or the sign up sheet, Vel? As we go into the draft, Darian, will you help me draft? Hey buddy, will you help me draft? Sleepy boy. Gasol Lucio band, same thing as before. Oh, here, let me fix some lighting real quick, see if this helps. I think that'll help with the washing out. Oh, and my tortilla blanket. I've got. Oh, thanks. Oh, I see the other one now. Oh, a Lunara band this time. Lunara is being oppressive enough that instead of the Zul'jin band, we get a Lunara band. And don't worry, Taco is in his tortilla blanket now. So I am the true Taco. Silver Arrow picking up the Zul'jin instead of getting an extra band that way with the first pick. But that's a bold first pick, but stacks off the protector, stacks in a zone control area. Darian.
Let's fly.
Falstad. Interesting to see the Falstad. Falstad no longer having any banned talents that I'm aware of. Maybe someone in chat can double check on that. One of you mods or admin type folks, or you know, anybody that's awesome, which is everybody here. Everybody here, absolutely fantastic. Falstad and Brightwing getting picked up. Lots of global presence here on Volskaya. But Uther and Leort getting picked up again. That Uther Leort combo. I've seen Uther, Zul'jin, and Morales be a really strong combo. So maybe we'll see the Morales coming out of, I guess, Elixir would heal. But let's check out this mid-ban phase. Band-Aid. That is fantastic, and I need you at all of my streams. Mal'Ganis getting banned also. Lots of respect to Car Rascals for that Mal'Ganis play. And Thrall getting banned out as well, so respect to him there. Thank you, Jordo. I really appreciate the heads up. Darian, why don't you look more interested? Do you need one of these?
My blades are yours.
Sonya Diablo pickup. I like that. I like the Sonya Diablo. Again, Sonya really heavy into the area control. Diablo just oppressive. There's walls at all of the
Our world is worth
platforms. So I think we can get a lot of good value seen from Diablo and Sonya. And May and Valera, I like the Valera pickup. So this is a healing Uther, which you don't see all that much these days. So this will be fun. Puppy, did you put a hair in my mouth? Did you put a hair in my mouth when I wasn't looking? It's like you put a treat in my mouth. I just wanted to return the favor. Silly banana.
This realm needs me.
Yeah. And Li Ming to finish off the draft. Li Ming also really strong, just like Zul'jin, has a lot of pressure onto a Taken Protector and can get a lot of harassment on these points. Yeah, Joe is banned right now, so that's beneficial. You are absolutely correct. Let me see if I can pull up all the things that I need to. And we are going into the draft, so say goodbye to the puppy cam. Say goodbye to the tortilla blanket. And say hello to some intense Div E Weast action. Brett, that's amazing. I love it. So over here in the blue corner, coming back after a rough loss, DeepFriedMingBalls, the Hin on Valera, Silver Arrow on the Zul'jin, Elixir, rocking that May, Syl on the Uther, and Hooli on Leoric. That is your DeepFriedMingBalls. And over here on the red team, bringing in that great comeback win, or comeback from game 1 into game 2, winning game 2, Flint Tropics, Aesop on Diablo, Draven on Li Ming, Bloodbeast on Brightwing, Stunned on Falstad, Blinded on Soul Limit on Falstad, and Car Rascals on the Sonya. Diablo going down, first blood over DeepFriedMingBalls, but that red team is Flint Tropics. Paradox, welcome to the stream, my man. Getting in on the copy pasta train. I love it. Also, thank you to the raid. I think there was a couple raids earlier. I saw 7th Ace. There might have been another one. Joe is banned. We got to pause. So let's come back over to a button. Let's come over here. Let me fix my blanket. It's caught on my chair. How can I be a toasty taco if my blanket's caught on my chair? And I didn't drop it in the candles and set it on fire, so that's fantastic. Oh, they're ready to go. Alright, so let's get back over. Yay, that was fun. Good chat, everybody. Yeah, Crush, thanks for filling that in. Are there any bugs currently that are banned right now? Lucio, right? I think Lucio was bugged. Which makes the Lucio ban earlier kind of a surprise. Pat, I think that gets voted on. But there's also a game going on right now that I maybe should be talking about. But the teams are, you know, soaking and getting camps and doing a whole bunch of boring stuff instead of killing each other. So, you know, what's going on, chat? Nice charge onto the Zul'jin to stop the murder parade on the Falstad Blood Beast on the Brightwing, getting held up just a little bit. Taking some of that damage off of the Falstad, and you know, everybody's gonna, you know, just not die. Anduin's busted? Oh no! Why is Anduin broken? Sure, if I looked at Discord at some point, I would know, but.
For combat in the Nexus, prepare to begin field testing.
Oh yeah, for the rework. Okay. My bad. I was like, there's a, yeah. Oh god, Pat. Taco breaks the TOS? Oh yeah, that's what it did say before. Oh jeez. Alright, so we have a protector coming up here, then there's a control point, and somebody please tell these teams that there's an objective for them to fight over so that we can see some murder. Speaking of which, there's a charge onto Hooli from base off into the wall, and the flip. Hooli gonna be able to walk out. Maybe Valera rather, coming to the rescue, blowing up the Falstad a little bit. I don't think we've even looked at these talents. But, oh man. Alright, level 7's online for one team, almost for the other. I'll leave talents up for a little bit longer. A nice engage onto the Diablo after the charge and flip, but there's nice blow up on the Falstad. Valir coming in with the stun, and then Blizzard on the Sonya going to stop her from getting away. And Leoric picking up a double kill, and that's going to be murder time for DeepFriedMingBalls. NGS 2, thanks for the raid. Sparhawk Bloody, how was the cast? Thank you so much for dropping by. Hang on, I've got more copy pasta to read. But the first protector picked up for DeepFriedMingBalls. Let's see which lane they go to. I don't think they have the push to be going for bottom lane work right now.
Blue team has taken control of a protector.
Yep, standard top, get the top tower, take the fountain. Diablo coming in from a flank is going to get stopped by Zul'jin and Uther. That's going to allow Li Ming and company to get rid of the protector. And or build Li Ming makes the most sense into a Volskaya protector. They're still trying to get this fountain down. There it goes. Copy pasta memes. I love it. Not gonna lie. All right, so Cam's getting picked up. Both teams getting their own charges. Leoric getting a little nosy there on Sonya and gonna get picked off by the Diablo. Gonna spooky walk away. Not gonna take a whole lot of damage. Does take a Draven orb. Look at that deep fried Ming ball just coming in, and oh, it's glorious. Throwing them galaxies like she's God or something. Let's see. I didn't check the build. Auto attack build out of Diablo with the Malevolence instead of the cooldown reduction, trying to get that extra damage. Hyper shifts makes sense. That orb building Ming again, we talked about that a little bit. There is the Blazer coming in, and it still goes up, and it catches Valeera still after the ice wall. Nice ice wall though. I'm wearing my Blazer. I mean, I'm firing my Blazer. Bird laser, by the way. That's what that means. Which is the real name of Hinterland Blast. Speaking of which, level 10s are online. So after this murder happens, as Silver Arrow gets charged by the Diablo in the Disintegrate APOC, no one's gonna die. Somebody, there we go. Sonya goes down, and the phase shift onto the Diablo gonna be enough to take him over half health. Sil with 50 health gonna walk in and try to tank the medic camp, but no, that didn't quite happen. But 50 health, oh my goodness, Uther about to die and doesn't. Sonya the only casualty of that fight. Let's take a look at these level 10s.
A protector is almost ready. Exit terminal when I bring it.
So level 10s, Smoke Bomb, Taz, Dingo, Ice Wall onto the foul side of the Diablo. There is the laser beam to try to disrupt it. The med camp ready to be capped. Diablo charging in onto the hand, gonna get the stun flip, but not any of the healing. And May finishing out the Diablo, taking up those souls. We got Baby Dibbles now, and everybody else have health. So why am I talking so fast? There's nothing to catch up on. Taco, slow down, quit casting when nothing's happening. But there's stuff and people walking out in the XP globes. We're looking at Heroics, March of the Black King. Ice Wall, hi Sonya, how you doing? You go spinny spin. And Divine Shield for Deep Fried Ming Balls. Over here on Flint Tropics, we got APOC, Blink Heal Leap, Disintegrate, and the Blazer. Speaking of which, there is a big old Blazer coming out. It looks like it hit 2 based off of the cooldown reduction. The med camp is out. The Blizzard stuns 4. That's going to be a big setup for Leoric going in with the March, and he's just mopping up the minions. Holy, oh boy, what were you doing there? But Flint Tropics does get pushed off. They're going to have to go back. They're going to come in back at this objective with full health with some of their buttons, and DeepFriedMingBalls has some of their buttons. So gonna press R all over the place, maybe fighting over this objective, but Flint Tropics needs to get in there soon if they want to stop DeepFriedMingBalls from taking this protector. 60% and counting. Looks like Diablo and Ming getting up on it. Is Fight Night. Ice Wall on the Diablo and the Brightwing. Let's venture off to the right, probably the Hen. Dropping in on the Falstad with the stun and blind into the smoke bomb. The ensnare on Diablo not gonna be enough, and everyone's low, but Zul'jin finishing his U1 Axe quest. Gets the double twin cleave and is just gonna start stacking damage now. There's the Blazer again. It's gonna field goal all of Flint Tropics. All right, breathe. You're giving me wow. That was, oh my goodness. Oh, a Divine Shield on an icing in May. Gonna get the split up, but no one's gonna die. The Blizzard, a really well placed Blizzard to stop the follow up. Sonya, Li Ming, Falstad not able to chase. It looks like Sonya is the only one that got stunned though, but they had to get split off. And Protector number 2 going over DeepFriedMingBalls, a great charge and flip onto Zul'jin. The APOC coming out a little bit late, but the stun still goes off. Zul'jin's gonna go down, and that's going to be a 2-for-1 Zul'jin May in exchange for the Sonya. But that top 4 goes down to the Protector, a hero and a half, driven by 2. Is going to try to walk out. There will be a knockback as the Protector goes down to give them a little bit of time to run out, but they also get kind of stunned for a half second or whatever. There is the charge onto an unstoppable Huli, and the smoke bomb goes out for protection on the Valeera. and a strong second protector. Interesting decision to go for that top fort instead of bottom, but a lonely Falstad getting cut out by a Valera with improved blind. I like it. I like it if you're going for them W's to and then keep them still. And Falstad pays for being alone in the fog of war. Medicamp picked up for DeepFriedMingBalls. Speaking of Ming Balls, here comes one from Draven. Not going to connect though. Let's take a look at Quest 33. 80 stacks of souls, 27 on frequent flyer. Here's a look at the XPs. Ice Wall comes out, we get a blink and a blink heal, I believe, and Ice Wall dissipates, no follow-up. They didn't quite catch anybody. Oh, the puppy is sideways. Blizzard being used on the wave, using mana on them waves when the rest of your team's there. There you go. That's true tanking. That's taco tanking right there. And a Root with the drain life or drain soul or whatever from the marching Leoric. But Diablo gets out. He has half health. And Valera anchoring on this camp, looking for a lonely squishy to walk by. Every time y'all put Silver Arrow in there in all caps, I think it says Silverado. And then I get sad inside. And then I realize that it's Silver Arrow and I'm happy again. Because then you're talking about the match. Flint Tropics, what are you doing? You are coming up top. You're getting some clear. Trying to come in. Look at that snowflake. What's the detail on this snowflake? Ooh, look at the sparklies, the shinies. I like the trail.
I'm getting another terminal ready for you.
Ice Wall gonna split up the team, but Diablo charge onto an unstoppable Julian. There's a flip onto May, who's gonna slide out the smoke bomb from Valera. Gonna get used. March the Black King away. That's gonna be an unstoppable 1-2 step, and then maybe a little bit of a Dougie from Leoric. Although really, I think Leoric, although he's the janitor one maybe, but I think normally Leoric has a bit of a stanky leg.
Control the terminal and
Eldridge, thank you. I appreciate it. Ooh, Diablo charging in onto the Zul'jin, but in the back line is May and Valera gonna take out the Li Ming Blood Beast, able to blink away to the foul side. Here comes the Blazer, gonna hit 2. Gone down to a 6-second cooldown on the Bird Laser, and you know, DeepFriedMingBalls looking a little bit low, 3 at half, but there's only 4 Flint Tropics around, but they're all at full health. They're in a decent position to come in on this. They're on the same talent tier. They've got about the same amount of health total, although that is getting picked up for DeepFriedMingBalls. NP, that's because Div E is where it's at. I've seen Div E run more Valera and Maiev and stuff like that than most other divisions. Big Ice Wall and then Blizzard onto the Diablo. Blizzard just a little bit late, not going to get the follow-up stun coming out of the Ice Wall. Diablo charging in, but is getting low, gets knocked back by the May. Great icing. But the phase shift into the blink heal is going to be enough to keep Diablo well out of danger. This bottom fort going to go down to the Protector. So this looks like we're going to... DeepFriedMingBalls looking for a 4 Protector in. I don't think they're going to get very far with this 3rd Protector. Sony jumps in, gets wiped out. There's the grouped up APOC to try to get Falstad out. And so far it's working. The Blazer enough to finish on the Zul'jin coming out of Tazdingo. That was calculated down to the half second. Great pickup for Falstad. Aesop at 80 health, gonna fall to the minigun from the Protector. Diablo losing his souls though to the Valera. There's a joke there, I'm sure. And the Protector marching in, gonna try to get this keep. I don't think it gets it though. I think this is going to be the end of this Protector. Diablo going in deep into the backline, gonna get knocked back by the Protector, by the Power Glove as well. And that's just a bad position to be in, surrounded by 4, but Brightwing to the rescue. Pay your healer, buy her a drink. Hot dang, and a revealed Valera from the phase shift. Gonna go on up to the mid. Look at all those Murder-tears. Oh, little baby Murder-tears. That is like the cutest thing. I don't know how I feel about the baby XP globes. Is it, as I showed nothing in the lane, I thought they were headed up here. Like, is it good? Because, you know, maybe you go get a camp and you still get XP if the camp takes too long. A nice ice wall gonna catch 2. Is there gonna be follow-up? The late blizzard again. Diablo's gonna charge out, but gonna catch 3 in the stun and follow from the Valera on to the Diablo to save the May. And there's the hammer of justice from the Uther. And what's happening? Yeah, nope, no one's gonna die. No one's gonna die. So these little baby globes, like, you go to a cave, you come back, you get some of the XP instead of none. But also, like, when you see it, it's like, oh man, I missed a lot of XP. Or is it just rewarding bad, behavior? It's like, it's okay, I don't need to soak the lane, I'll still get the XP in a little bit. I don't know. What do you guys think? Good defense of the mid fort by Flint. Tropics are going to come up and try to get this clear. All teams, both teams are still all teams. Level 20, we get elusiveness. Yeah, the Amani Resilience, the Taz Dingo heal. The Damned March 4th, Death March or whatever, Shatter, and Divine Protect, Bulwark of Light. You know what? It's something. It's called something. It's AoE Divine Shield. Ice Wall just on the near side of the enemy team for the May. Not going to catch any, and so that is a big cooldown down for about 50 seconds that Flint Tropics can take advantage of. This is a charge flip onto the Zildjian, but the AoE Divine Shield gonna protect from the area at Crater as Valera jumps in, and Sonya is gonna go down, but still looking really low. Uther about to die to the Ming. There's the resets, and the Valera coming back in, getting the stun onto Brightwing instead. Diablo does go down, and that's a 3-for-1 in favor of DeepFriedMingBalls, and Valera getting out ahead of the retreating Li Ming and Brightwing, and that's gonna be a dead Li Ming. 4-for-1. So yeah, those were the level 20s for DeepFriedMingBalls. Flint Tropics picking up Hellgate, Invisible Friends, improvement for Ariat Crater, Telrash's Elements, and whatever Falside's version of Farflight Quiver is. Nexus Frenzy. Now waiting for everybody else to get back up. Flint Tropics has an opportunity to really get back into this game if they can come in and just control this fight here for this mid protector. And Mosley, that's kind of what I'm thinking, is mainly it rewards bad behavior, but at the same time, I think a visual indicator of losing XP might help people start soaking. And I almost wish it was in, like, maybe just not in Storm League, and it was only in, like, quick matches, and maybe you could turn it off for customs. Almost like a training wheel type of a mechanic, but I imagine that'd be harder to program. There is the Martin's Black King through the middle there at Crater onto the Uther. Sonya going to go down, though. And Taz Dingo out onto Zildjian with the Divine Shield, so that's going to overlap just a little bit. Diablo's going to go down as well, about 10 seconds behind the Sonya. And that's going... What just happened? My game sounds like dipped out for a second. So, 2-for-0 in favor of DeepFriedMingBalls on that fight. They're going to get the Protector. This 4th Protector should probably be able to end the game, but Li Ming in this orb build going to put out a lot of damage from afar onto this Protector and might be able to fend it off. But the Pegasus mount is mount Skinnergy, so it's okay. There is the Bird Laser. And this core going down fast. Draven needs to put out a lot of damage onto this protector in order to stop the bleeding, but no. Game number 3 goes over to DeepFriedMingBalls. And that's, wow. What an intense match. This match is crazy. So we're going into game 4 here in just a sec. And so far, map pick is map loss. So I'm interested to see Flint Tropics probably picking up first pick here. We'll find out here in just a little bit. Let me catch up on the things that I need as the caster. Which turns out is nothing. Just you guys. All I need is you guys. Oh, that was the wrong screen. Here is the, oh, let me go to this. Here are the stats. Take a look at stats. I mean, these games are, the kill counts are pretty dominant, but the fights are really back and forth. Cool. Yes, this is a best of 5, so we are going into game number 4. And while that's getting set up, let me tell you about some things that we have on the screen. Let me go over to the talents. If you see anything interesting still that we haven't talked about, let me know. But ARAM Region ARAM tournament, it's a charity tournament for Breast Cancer Research Foundation. I'll be casting, Myrtle will be casting, Arrow will be casting. I have a special guest co-caster, Kairu-kun. Kairu. She's an NGS co-caster, NGS player. She'll be joining for the ARAM tournament. It is a charity tournament for BCRF, the Breast Cancer Research Foundation. So while your subs and your donos and your bits go to the caster here on this Nexus Gaming Series channel, which that caster is me tonight. Turns out, who knew? Don't save your money. No, do save your money. Don't do that. Save your money and donate it to the BCRF during the region ARAM tournament, because that's absolutely a much better cause than what, getting me some more Pop-Tarts, get me another Hot Pocket, someone pour me another tropical Ming Ball. So really looking forward to that. Yeah, Glass Cannon, I just think it's part of the Ming Ball build. And it puts a lot of pressure onto the protector, but Ming wasn't protected enough to make it work. But absolutely a very dangerous talent into Valera. Also, what's my name? I'm Taco. I knew that. No. So if you are enjoying the casting, instead of subbing, instead of bits, instead of a donation, go give me a follow. Twitch.tv/eltaquito. There's my Twitter on the screen. I do a lot of casting. I play a variety of other games. Just kind of depends on what I'm doing. And I'm about to start a workout series on Saturday. A workout series. I don't know if series is the right word. I don't know about you guys, but I've been struggling with my physical health and my mental health. I just haven't been taking care of myself. I'm looking over at where I can see stuff in the chat instead of the camera, so I'm sorry. I haven't been taking care of myself the way I want to, and it's really hard for me to get motivated to go to the gym, to go for a run, to get up out of my chair and stop playing video games. And I really like streaming. So what I'm going to start doing is, I think every Saturday, most Saturdays, I'm going to do a home workout stream. Something easy to follow along with. It might be an intense workout. Should usually be able to flex to the intensity that you want. So I'm going to start doing that. I'm going to try to make it work. It might be a little rough at first, trying to do a setup in the living room instead of here. But we'll make something happen. So give me a follow to know when I'm doing that stuff. And we'll check it out. That's all I want. All I want are your follows. Now, I will say, if you do sub on my channel, we're trying to get some more emotes. But that's, that's okay. Krizzo, why do you want me to flex? Yeah, I read that out loud. Hang on, I'm asking, Sweet, I have the best wife. Mosley, I'm no expert, but I think that's gonna happen anyway. Okay, so we get Hooli and Miss So-and-so in. I like that MingBalls is putting in all of their players in this final match. It's Miss So-and-so coming in for Syl, Elixir. I get so Carecrow not coming in for Hooli this time. It looks like game number 4 coming up. I should probably show you the map, huh? Do y'all want to see what map this is? I'll give you a hint. Flint Tropics took first pick. And so, words. How do I talk? DFNB has the map pick. Weird how that works, right? And they pick Towers of Comebacks. So let's get that onto the screen. Got a cherry in here. Which means naturally I get juice on my finger. I hope the teams know that I'm ready. Reminder before we get in, as I count down to the draft, Pumpkin Bourbon Candle is the candle of the night, along with the deep fried Ming Ball drink recipe on the screen. Substitute for alcohol, you can use a blue Kool-Aid and Sprite to get the tropical Ming Ball to commemorate both of our teams, Flint Tropics and Deep Fried Ming Balls. And before I mess it up again, let me get us over into the draft screen. Puppy! Look at you sleeping. Are you sleepy boy? Are you sleepy boy? I wish I could show you all that better. Let me get my tortilla up, because I am the one true taco. A Leoric ban this time. I mean, we have seen Leoric all 3 games out of Hooli or Karkaro, so. Man, you guys are flaming me hard for that one, huh? Oh, y'all are mad at me for that. That's fair. My wife said she would be right here, but oh, I bet she's using a different new glass for me, so she doesn't have to come get this one. Look at the sleepy boy.
Here we go again.
So Lucio, I guess Lucio's not flat banned, it's just as level 20 is, so. Lucio ban, Lunara ban, so far standard for the night. The Valera ban coming back in, along with the Leoric. They're tired of seeing that Leoric. So, when I was looking at the bans at the top, and so I saw Brightwing and Garrosh out of the corner of my eye, and with the Garrosh skin, I thought it was Rexar and Brightwing was Misha. So, that's a thing that happened. Brightwing, Garrosh pickup. Chromie, Falstad, Mal'Ganis pickup. We get the Mal'Ganis again out of Car Rascals. I'm really excited to see some Mal'Ganis play. He's a tank that I really... Oh, pardon me. He's a tank that I really, really enjoy, but he's so hard to play into things like Brightwing and Garrosh, so I wonder how this will work out. Oh, thank you, dear. Yes, wife is making the drinks because she's amazing, including a fresh ice ball. We got a set of spherical... That you what? Oh, yeah, she also made the graphic for the recipe that's on the other screens. And she put a lot of work into it because she's amazing. But yeah, we got these spherical ice sphere trays that are really interesting. And so I'm enjoying that as well. Gazlo ban makes sense. Sonya ban makes sense. Sonya been played a lot by Flint Tropics too.
For the Nexus.
Hell, it's about damn time.
That is right, Tychus. It is about damn time. So we get Orphea, we get Tychus. Silver Arrow getting in on this Orphea action. Chromie, Falstad, Mal'Ganis. The Chromie Mal'Ganis was working out really well before, so I think that lends itself to Flint Tropics draft here. The Orphea and Tychus, I don't know. A lot of people really like Tychus just in general, and he is a strong hero, but I don't know. Maybe it's just I'm not good at him, but I find Tychus to be pretty underwhelming. And even when playing like Diablo or something, it's just like, I mean, but I could just kill him instead. Why be afraid of him when I just kill the Tychus? So I don't know.
Glory to the Horde.
Some of you higher level players and content creators in chat, maybe y'all can help out with an opinion on that. But Thrall coming in to round out the draft for DeepFriedMingBalls, Stukov and Zool for Flint Tropics. Do we have mods in the chat that can throw up a poll or a prediction? Because I keep forgetting, but it's game number 4. Can we get a prediction for this game? DeepFriedMingBalls versus Flint Tropics. Yeah, Hector, there's no recipe, but real quick while we're loading in, I'll show you. Here it is, right here, over to the side. It's also bigger on the starting soon screen, but I'm not going to jump over there. All right, we are into the game, and I'm sure. So, Hector, it's also pinned in the Div E chat if you're looking for it. On the blue team, coming off a fresh win in game number 3, Silver Arrow on the Orphea, the Hin on Garrosh. Not Garrosh, on Thrall. Hooli on Garrosh. I mean, look at those skins. Look at those skins. It's like the same thing. You know what? Elixir on the Tychus and Miss So-and-so on the real Deathwing, the Terror of the Skies. Deathwing skin, Brightwing. That is DeepFriedMingBalls. And over here in the red corner, we got Aesop on the Zool, Blood Beast on Stukov, Draven on the Chromie. Car Rascals on Mal'Ganis and Soul Limit on Falstad. That is your team, Flint Tropics. Nice early start in the bot lane. I like this. I like this tactic from Flint Tropics here. Let's take a look at these level 1 talents. While we're doing that, I'm just gonna bind this spot on the map. Wait, what? Oh, because a big combo onto the Zool, and we missed first blood. I am so sorry, everybody. I didn't even get to see it. What are we doing on here? I'm also binding map locations so we can jump to altars during objectives. If I get them right, if I remember which one's which. I'm going bottom to top instead of top to bottom this time. So a lot of soak, a lot of soaking happening. All right, let's get this bound real quick. Cool, it works. Ooh, Polly onto the Draven, the Chromie, but Disruption coming out to stop any follow-up. And Chromie's gonna walk out and start raining down sand from the skies. Here comes the foul side coming in with Swiftwing. Phase shift out onto Garage as the Indomitable comes out. I also, you know, unpopular opinion, I don't like that talent on Garage. I mean, it's much better now that medallions are gone. Or maybe it was even better with medallions, I don't know. It might have been really good with medallions because an extra 5-minute cooldown. Unstoppable, but it's, I don't know. I just think he has so much more survivability with the auto attack resets on his W, but I'm also bad at this game. There's a nice throw onto Mal'Ganis. He's going to try to sleep his way to victory, but the Poly is going to catch him out. And Tychus coming in with the finishing blow on Mal'Ganis. That is going to be another kill onto... Oh, Hector, my dude.
The Raven Lord demands it. Fire the towers and destroy the Raven Lord. Ha! As feeble as your word.
Was that thunder on the stream or outside? My dog's been playing in the storms. So the puppy is loving the stormy weather we've been having. So first objective phase happened. Sorry that we missed it. It seemed pretty well uncontested. I think we caught the bottom of it, or the bottom one, which the top two got traded, and was there no one extra died. So I think Flint Tropics just kind of gave the bottom one. Fight over this siege camp, gonna get picked up by Falstad. Takes a lot of damage from the E coming out of Orphea. That Dread Wave hit hard. The thunder is indeed outside. Lots of sand coming down from Chromie. Chromie's just such an impressive hero to play into, especially on these like channeled objectives. Falstad going back, gonna try to top out before the no, never mind. Hooli looking in trouble. Nope, is gonna be okay. Gets caught by the Falstad lightning rod, but doesn't quite go down. Objectives up, altars going, and the W, is that the long toss, the long pitch? Yeah, from Stukov is going to interrupt the channel. And Orphea is going to get caught by Mal'Ganis and Chromie. The time loop from Chromie gonna be big here to disrupt an out of place Orphea, but Falstad goes down in return. Hooli and Carr both looking really low. The tank's in trouble, but Mal'Ganis goes down. And Alpha Pack, Wolf Pack, Alpha Wolf gets finished for the Thrall. That we'll check that in just a second. So that kind of looks like a decent trade for DeepFriedMingBalls in the process. Draven getting chased out, Aesop also getting chased out, both looking low. Stun onto Blood Beast, but not quite onto the Zool. Yeah, Pasta, that's what I'm thinking. I think that's what they need to do. But they have to have someone in range to get to at least interrupt, to either interrupt the channels a little bit better or at least for frontline. And so abusing their range safely is going to be a little bit of a challenge, but a time loop onto Garage is enough to finish him off. And Silver Arrow also goes down. Orphea dying to the Chromie, a double kill, and level 10s are picked up for both teams. Flint Tropics, that's right, DeepFriedMingBalls did get that altar, but Flint Tropics came in for some blood afterwards. Much tighter game on kills right now. So we have Time Loop, the Booger, Dark Conversion, Flailing Swipe, and the Blazer coming in for Flint, Tropics, then Earthquake, Chomp. We don't see Chomp very often, but it's a really good talent. Warlord's Challenge, Blink Heal, and Draken Laser coming out for, is it Draken? Draken Laser Drill. Coming out for DeepFriedMingBalls.
Once more, rise from the depths.
Alright, so 2 top altars are going to pop. I imagine the offlaners will just trade for them, but I wouldn't be surprised to see a fight over the left one from Flint Tropics. So we'll see. That's 2 out of the 3 possibilities. If I name them all, then I can't be wrong, right?
Take the altars and put
I don't
an
think
end
Thrall gets his channel in time. Falstat's going to get there. So is Mal'Ganis. There is the Blazer for the interrupt. And that, you know, not a bad use of the ult. But a root onto Mal'Ganis. He's going in for the sleep and a throw over the wall. He's going to have to either go through the dead zone or just die to structure damage. Maybe he can find a spot to bag. But Stukov goes down in the process to the Orphea. And Mal'Ganis just looking really low, not knowing what to do with himself. Tychus coming in to finish up the kill. And that's going to be a Mal'Ganis dead. And I heard a time loop go off. I don't know on who, but Falstad and Zul looking really low. Falstad goes down. That's a triple kill for DeepFriedMingBalls. Going to take that Ultra as well. And there goes the Zul, probably with the bullseye from Miss So-and-so on the right wing. Coming in for the entrails. Let's all do a murder. Let's all do a murder. Let's all do a murder. And entrails. So, you know, a free opportunity at boss, and Draven checking the bushes with those Qs instead of throwing them right on in, because he doesn't know where they are. There's a time loop onto Hooli. Is that going to be... Oh, the Unstoppable pops just in time to not let Chromie know where he's going, and Orphea picks up the Chromie kill. Here comes the Falstad in behind the team, but this is a 5v3. There's a Dark Conversion onto Elixir, low held the Flailing Swipe, gonna knock him back, but Tychus stays close enough to get the overkill out onto Stukov. Overkill? Is that what it's called? Spray and pray? Something. And Stukov goes down as well. And now DeepFriedMingBalls looks like they might be running away with game number 4 after what looked like a really dominant early showing by Flint Tropics, who is not out of this game yet. This is Towers of Comebacks.
It's nearly time.
The game ain't over until the core's at 0.
Like it.
Alright, we got, oh, wrong buttons. Here we go. We got bottom objective, mid objective.
The altars have risen.
Coming on in.
Activate them.
Ooh, Garrosh looking for the channel. Draven going to get some delay. There's a time stop on the hit. Here comes Zul in with the Poison Nova. Lots of poison going out. There's the Burn Laser onto 2. Lots of health bars going down. And Orphea finishing up both quests in rapid succession is going to get... There's going to be a triple kill out on the Flint Tropics, but same can be said for DeepFried. No, that's a quad kill. Draven coming in clutch, bringing in 2 extra kills. Flint Tropics taking out 4 in exchange for 3, and that is going to be 2 altars over for Flint Tropics, and that's going to bring this game a lot more in line. Again, Towers of Comebacks. I need some more of this Tropical Ming Ball after that fight. What's a Tropical Ming Ball, you ask? Well, thanks to my good friend Hector, I can tell you. Yeah, so this is that part of the game where nobody's
I have
dying
already
and no
told
one's
you
doing
about
anything, and you know, things are happening but not really. But both teams at level 16 talent tiers. DeepFriedMingBalls wants to get a fight before Chromie hits 18. Triple objective is up next. This could even out the score for
yourselves, heroes.
Flint Tropics, or either team could just start running away with it. The Bird Laser goes out, only catches one, but Zool goes down, but so does the Brightwing. Down a healer, Garrosh looking to get out, but his team is a little bit too far behind, and Mal'Ganis and Falstad together going to catch up and finish off the Garrosh. The Earthquake not quite enough to get separation, but at level 20 those shields will be huge.
Let the gravekeepers crow.
And this looks like a free bottom altar for the Falstad, and Hint's gonna go ahead and pick up his own. Draven not quite able to get the interrupt with that Q. So, like we just kind of talked about, this is Flint Tropics evening out the score and looking to push into a game 5. Oh, Iggy, thanks for the reminder. I need to, I'll give a, oh wait, no, Vel's been doing it. Vel, would you mind dropping those links again? Or Grizzo, thank you. All right, boss has respawned. The Grizzo bot. Thanks, honey.
Rise again.
Speaking of Pumpkin, tonight's candle of the night is pumpkin bourbon, bringing you the basic sense of pumpkin spice mixed with the manly freshness or ruggedness of bourbon. Pumpkin bourbon. As we get a phase shift onto Hooli, who's ready to walk in. That Chomp not quite going to catch anything but a big old Earthquake and a taunt onto Chromie. Chromie going to go down. There is the Crushing Jaw. Is going to pull in the Stukov, and the Bird Laser going off. Going to catch one again on that hit. And Tychus finishes his stacking quest for takedowns as Mal'Ganis goes down. 2 for nothing on that exchange, and Hooli going to come in and pick up this altar.
I am lord of this realm, and it will not escape from me. Doomed to the
Boss is up though.
You're losing.
The Fin ping is coming out, I guess, from Flint Tropics. Kind of expecting the boss take here. I'm kind of surprised that they're going for it, but I missed the kill on the Zool here in the mid lane. Tychus, Orphea, and Brightwing just murdering Zool, and that is going to be the boss over to DeepFriedMingBalls. Going to be 4 more points into the core. Now 16-8. So Flint Tropics has a little bit of uphill climbing to do. Again, this is Towers of Comebacks. They did get some exposure onto that bottom fort. But I'm surprised that neither team has taken a bottom fort yet. Chromie trying to get some delay on that bottom siege. Now you could have used your imagination for envisioning how that siege died as we were looking at Chromie in that mid fort. Let's take a look at some stats while we're waiting. This could be game. If DeepFriedMingBalls has a huge fight here in their favor, they could win the game and the match right here. But Flint Tropics has been having some really good fights as well. This is their opportunity. There is the Earthquake, And a big old 4-man bird laser coming out under Fort, but Mal'Ganis going to be the first to go down. There's a time loop onto Garage, and that's going to catch him. The crushing draws catches the Falstad. Falstad's going to go down. The tower hitting Silver Arrow, but Tychus ends up picking up aggro, and Tychus goes down as well. That's going to be 3 for 1. Flint Tropics can actually chase in on this and stop one of these caps. Maybe. There's the bottom one stopped. There's the... No, the bottom one goes off. The middle one is the only one available for Flint Tropics to stay in this game, and that's 4 dead in favor of DeepFriedMingBalls. Draven has his work cut out for him. He's got to try to stop this Garrosh channel, and that's going to be the match. In game number 4 fashion, Chromie goes down. Game number 4 over to DeepFriedMingBalls in what was kind of a sleeper last fight. And that is game number 4, match for Division E West. And oh my heart, a great play, or in general, great play coming out of both teams, really strong. Both teams absolutely deserving to be here in the finals for Division E West. And now DeepFriedMingBalls going on to play against the 9 Avatara on Thursday for the Division E Grand Finals, Grand Champions. Let me hop into a lobby for some DeepFriedMingBalls to come into the chat. What a game number 4. Not gonna lie, I like game 5s. I really like game 5s. And I kind of wish we had a game 5. But that was played so well by both teams. DeepFriedMingBalls, absolute congratulations. Let's see if I can find someone to join. Like the pupper. Hey pupper. You can't even tell that that's a puppy right there. It just looks, I don't know what it looks like. There's the stats. Here's the talents. I'll leave talents up for a little bit while I grab a web review. And now let's see if I can find the Hin or a Captain Hin or anybody. Let's see. Hey, there is the Captain Hin. Hey, how's that batch feeling?
Woof. Yeah, that was intense, man. That was a big couple of games.
Yeah, well, 4 even. Great match. Really fun to watch. Really fun to see. Hey, did you get my other message on Discord when I was asking you about a web review? Okay, I see it now. I see your response. So really great showing in general from both teams. I thought before we get on to lauding your praises, Flint Tropics played amazingly well. I thought they had a really good showing. They really gave you a run for it. And while the kill count here, 23-11, the kill count for the other 3 games was drastically in favor of the winning team. All of those fights were so back and forth, and I feel like everybody was on edge anytime there was a fight. So how did the gameplay feel overall?
Well, look, we knew this was going to be a really tough fight going in. Flint Tropics have some really great players on their team, and yeah, you know, it kind of, for me, it felt like the first match we ever played. I remember the first NGS game we played, we were going in feeling pretty tense and didn't know how we were going to do, and I think the same sort of thing. I could feel the tension in the team in between the games. You know, I think we were all quietly confident in our own abilities, but also equally quite nervous about what they were going to throw at us.
Yeah, it seemed like with the bans, I mean, y'all had each other's numbers. They were disrupting combos and favorites and whatever, or not whatever, and like just it looked like almost like if you had a plan for a map, probably. I mean, I don't know what either team's plans were, but it looked like they were disrupting plans left and right. But you and them into each other. Before we go forward though, chat, I am super excited to announce the man, the myth, the legend. We do have leader of his own fan club. That sounds narcissistic. He's not. But the almighty, the powerful Silver Arrow. Hey man, how's it going?
You butter me up too much, Taco. Hen's the real lifeblood of our team here.
Well, it's easy to butter anyone that's on a roll. That was terrible.
I like the Taco.
So, Silver, I'm sure you know you have a fan club that likes to follow you around and spam chats, and they were definitely out in numbers tonight, and it was really good to see a lot of positivity and motivation for both teams in the chat. So yeah, both of y'all, let's go through the match real quick. Game 1 was forever ago, Altric Pass. It seems like whoever, or for the first 3 games, whoever chose the map lost. So tell us about this Altric Pass plan, if you even remember.
Silver, do you want to take first game and I'll take second?
Yeah, so we've watched Flint Tropics play a lot, and we know that they have an amazing Chromie. So going into the game, there are a couple of maps we didn't want to play the comp on, but we wanted to run a Uther Chromie Ana and just first pick the Chromie. So our whole game plan was just take Chromie and see what Draven will do on his DPS, and he picked Tychus, which we were expecting. So we're like, okay, this is a good matchup for us. We got the picks we wanted. We got, I don't know if they were expecting Ana, because I don't think we run Ana in NGS. I know we practiced it a lot. So we were really comfortable. We got the team we wanted. We got a good map. They kind of picked the team we were hoping for. Although the Sonya and the Lunara gave us a lot of trouble. But we felt really confident. We had the game plan of when to take camps. They kind of surprised us. They took their camp really early and then just went to channel the objective really early instead of doing the double camp setup. So I think they got some good value on that, but I think we're quick enough to react. So I think we were able to get a good team fight there on them. But that was, I'm sorry, your question was what the team comp was. So we did have that plan going in for the team comp of pretty much double healer, double bruiser. So I felt pretty good about that.
Yeah, no, it looked like it worked out, because it was more of an Uther main tank, right?
Yeah, I know Uther just got some nerfs, so we're a little hesitant to play him, but I think Elixir did a great job on it.
Yeah, it looked really great. It looked like maybe the nerf caught him a little bit off guard with the armor reduction on self, but it was still played really well. Got the stuns where he needed them, got those divine shields out. It just, there were some times that maybe it was like, oh, maybe I didn't realize how dangerous this was, and that's not a slight on him. He was just nerfed today. But I thought he played it phenomenally well.
While we're on that topic, I do want to give a quick shout out just to both Sil and Elixir for their great job at healing, and some really good interrupts on the Mal'Ganis. I don't know if you caught it, but they interrupted his ult like 2 or 3 times.
Oh yeah, it was crazy.
We were just able to pop him right after that. So
yeah, so not unfortunately for you guys, but just unfortunately from a watching and like casting perspective, the games themselves are not very back and forth. So the things that I would ask about that game 1 or the game 2 just aren't there. But those fights themselves, were there any fights that you seemed like, you know, this game's about to go south for us or something like that?
and if you're okay with me answering this one. There was one fight where they caught our Ana kind of out of position and dove on her pretty hard. And then she just popped through the nano boost as she was dying onto the Chromie, and with the Thrall follow-up on the Earthquake, we were able to just get so much value out of it and turn the fight, even though it was pretty much like a 4v5 at that point. So I think again, that comp we were really excited to run it, just having an Earthquake down to make Chromie's life really, really easy with a Nano Boost. You can get so much value out of just hitting targets really easily with that.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. And Nano, I mean, once Nano goes out, that's a good chunk of Anna's usefulness for a burst fight. No slight to the heals either, right? But as she's going down, Nano's probably the most useful thing she can do. But the Syl did play a wonderful, and I was caught off guard when I looked at level 20s. So it's like, she took Dynamic Optics. She took Vampiric Rounds. Wait, what's going on?
Oh, she loves that build.
Oh, it's
every
a fun
time
build.
she can take it, she loves to do it, especially because they have 2 heavy divers.
Yeah, so
she's
she
like,
can
I'm
sit in
going
the back.
Vampiric Rounds, and we're like, all right, sounds good.
Yeah, so game number 2 goes to Tomb of the Spider Queen. That's the map y'all picked. And I believe Deathwing got banned against y'all? Or if you got banned?
I believe the first 2 bans were Orphea and Gazlo. But I don't
Orphea
want
and
to steal
Gazlo.
Hand's thunder, so
Right.
if you want to...
But I
Top forget it happened.
anticipated something involving Orphea or Maiev, and it didn't show up. But I'm interested about what your plan for when you pick the map. What your plan for the map was.
For Tomb of the Spider Queen, I think honestly,
Spider Butts.
yeah, Spider Butts. We didn't want to take Volskaya without having first hero pick. There's a certain player who plays a pretty nasty Zul'jin, and that thing just shreds the protector and gets loads of stacks.
Yeah.
We had, I mean, Dragonshire and Braxis, which were maps I was so keen to play tonight, were banned. And all of a sudden, your pool is looking pretty slim. I think Towers was a real last resort map for us, and we didn't want those heavy macro maps like Garden of Terror, so it was just... it wasn't the right choice in the end, obviously, but yeah, it was just sort of the decision we came up with based on what we thought was going to work.
Yeah. Oh, that's weird. I have I just realized I have part of my overlay turned off. Yeah. So, with what they took away from you, what draft were you looking for? Was it what you ended up with?
Like if I had my time again, I don't think we would have run Artanis in that comp as well. I was quietly confident I could get up close and just deal some heavy damage to the Chromie and the Lunara, but we just got outplayed in those small corridors. So
The double turn-in didn't help.
No. I mean, you know, and we had a almost a full player wipe on the second on their first turn in. They pretty much got all our gems and just hit it through again. So yeah, like that was a really tough game, and they outplayed us.
Yeah, and you know what happens, and sometimes you gotta take the punch on the chin and just keep on trucking, which you guys did, because going into game number 3 on Volskaya Foundry, they took you to it and they let you have I was surprised that you didn't ban Zul'jin, and then you first picked it, and I'm like, well, that makes sense. And then they take the DeepFriedMingBalls, which the orb build just shreds the protector. Yeah, so go from there. That's fine. We're on game 3. Just talk.
Yeah. No, well, look, they look nice and squishy, which is always a lot of fun to run a Valera into. God, so long ago now. Silver, you were playing Zul'jin, and we got that nice and early as well, which denies it for them. And as everybody would have seen tonight, Silver, you played Zul'jin in NGS yet?
Yeah, we played I know we played against, I believe, mostly in the Arcanauts. He is like one of my top played characters. I like playing Mage more because I just find Mage more entertaining, but Zul'jin can be a real treat to play sometimes.
And he's probably the magiest of the auto attackers too, despite stacking off of auto attacks. But when I play him, I definitely play him as a mage with the more into like the twin cleave build and use auto attacks to supplement. But
yeah,
that might just be
I
me.
went with the I like to go that sometimes. I went with more attack speed build just in case we lost the protector, so I can shred it a little more. I I don't know if you caught it on stream. I think you probably did, but I think their team did a really great job of CC chaining me for the most part. So there was one fight in particular where I was just stun locked the entire time, so I never could Taz Dingo. So that was kind of rough, but I think props to, again, Syl, our healer who was playing Uther that round. She had some really good Divine Shields, especially to counter the Sonya's Cake at level 20.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think that play by Syl was the play that won us the game. There's a point where I dived in.
Sorry, my dogs are barking.
Silver was getting hit in the back line. I dived in to try and help him, and then all of a sudden the Sonya ults popped. We're both in there, taking an unreal amount of damage. Ming's going crazy on the Ming balls, which is, technically our trick. And yeah, Syl just popped the area of effect Divine Shield, and we just turned that whole fight around. And I think from that point on game 3, we were pretty unstoppable.
Well, yeah, there was a moment there, like after that area at Crater came in, that once the Divine Shield hit, Valera had sort of a "I'm not stuck in here with you" kind of a moment, or call an ambulance, but not for me. I wish I had said at some point tonight, but I guess I just did. That it looked like it turned out really well, and then you had some really good lurky catch someone out of position plays, like the Falstad next to mid. There were just there was a reason they banned Valera against you twice. And when you show such player and hero diversity like you did in the first 3 games even, it makes it really hard to ban out a team like that. And so being able to deal with those bans, so having 7 people, now granted you have to pick 5 before you start the game, but having 7 people playing, having people that are swapping roles and have such huge hero pools, when you know what map you're going to, how much of your draft do you have decided beforehand? Like, is it, all right, we're gonna run Orphea and we're gonna build around it, or is it more like let's take something generic and respond to what they're doing? Like, before we get to game 4, like how are you drafting for that stuff?
We always go in with a plan. Sometimes we can be responsive and change that plan midway through, and that is what happened in game 4. But honestly, we always have a combo in mind going into any game. So it'll be centered around something like, we're going to run Ming and Valera, we're going to run Anna and Chromie. There'll be a plan and a strategy behind that. We've got, I think, 3 out of our 4 players that flex very well between probably 4 roles. We've got a really strong, dedicated DPS player with Silver. One of the best out there. And
so I've heard.
Yeah, right. And then our 2 offlaners who can flex into other roles but really shine. You got Kirk and Hooli, who just every game we play they just dominate the XP. So we can build pretty strong comps around that, and with all of our players having at least 5 or 6 characters up their sleeve, it does let us flex. And I think that's been one of the key strengths of DeepFriedMingBalls. Apart from the talent of our players, has been the flexibility as well.
Yeah, well, it showed. It definitely showed tonight. You had 2 different people play Leoric 3 times. You had Uther show up a couple times. You had different people healing. It was great. So going into game 4, talk to me about game 4. What a match. Towers and comebacks. Yeah,
and I think, and Sylvia, you probably agree with me, I think that felt like the closest game by far. Because like you said right at the start, Taco, whoever picked the map seemed to just be winning.
Losing. Whoever picked the map was losing.
Sorry, losing it. First victorious.
The other one, the bad one.
The opposite thing of what I just said.
Yeah. You're almost there, but different.
Almost there. Yeah. It's my partner just made me a DeepFriedMingBalls cocktail. It's clearly already gone to my head.
It's a tropical Ming ball because it's inclusive.
Oh, I see. The towers, I mean, like it felt rough. I mean, there was one point where we had a fairly significant lead. I think we're so 12 points ahead. We just capped the boss. We were doing quite well, and then they nearly team wiped us. I think I got away with the skin of my teeth, and they took 2 towers, and then it started to feel a lot more even. They really started to bounce back. and balance it. So yeah, I don't know, Silver, if you'd agree with me, but I think that last game felt very tight, right up until probably the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, we had Fuli stepping in on Garage. He had some really great picks at the end there. That really set us up. They turned. He was
Throwing
able to get a.
Mal'Ganis over into the top, and he just went back and forth. He didn't know which way he wanted to try to go out or back or what. And it's a bad situation to be in as the tank, being separated from your team like that. But oh, that was such a great throw by Huli. Sorry, you were praising him, not me. Go ahead.
Yeah, he had, especially that near the end, the pick on Stukov. He just kind of deep committed into throwing the poor guy, and that turns it into a 4v5 with 2 towers coming up, and we only needed, I think, 2 at that point.
Yeah, it was the last 2.
Like, so we're like, oh, this is really good. He's got a death timer of 50 seconds. The tower is spawning. We got this. Let's just play it safe. And then we actually made a call to team fight them under their tower, and we're able to get, I think, 2 of them at that point. So then it turns into a 5v2, and unfortunately, I think Tychus, Elixir, he got caught out, but still at that point it was a 4v2, and pretty much just got to take them both to win, so it felt really good at that point.
Even
was
then,
a little
though,
worrisome. They did have their Chromie up, and Chromie can stall and poke off really well.
Well, that's
so,
all.
But we were able to
almost
commit
took
to
out
it
one
pretty
of us as
hard,
well.
and we got the kills off. I do want to point out, I think I looked back and saw in chat someone was requesting my Ave Deathwing for that last round. And we were really heavily considering it, but they didn't ban out Orphea. So we were just like, well, Orphea's open. Might as well go with it, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
We just pivoted into Orphea and said, I'm sorry, Taco, you're really... Let me turn you back up.
You can
Go
turn
ahead.
me up anytime, Silver.
Well, you were saying something, though, before I cut you off.
Oh, I was
I'm
just
sorry.
agreeing. Yeah, people wanted to see it, and why not take the Orphea when you're really good at it? That's all. I was just agreeing with you. Active listening.
Oh, okay. But yeah, we got a comp we were pretty comfortable with. We originally were planning the Maiev Deathwing, but when Orphea was up, we're just like, let's go with it. And Tychus, Garage, Orphea is a really strong blow-up comp. Whoever gets thrown has a really low chance of surviving, so...
Yeah, it worked out really well. So coming up soon, I think Thursday, time undecided, Isaac, who I think is still in the chat, will be casting your match against the 9 Avatara for the Div E Grand Finals. 9 Avatara, good group of guys that came over from a game called Myth that they've been playing for like 2 decades or something together. And I think their name is even an homage to the game Myth. So, Han, I think you're going to have to come up with the mythical Ming Ball for Thursday.
Okay, so I've got time, a couple of days to come up with another cocktail. I'm sure I can.
And I won't be casting, so I don't have to drink them. No, I'm kidding. I don't have to drink too many of them, I should say. I don't have to worry about getting the ingredients. That came out wrong the first time. I'm excited for it. I think it'll be fun. And I don't have to try to keep a semi-professional face while consuming them. That's because you're right. These things are a little sneaky, huh?
Yeah, I won't tell you what happened to me on Saturday night, but let's just
while
say
you were
Sunday
you were testing them out.
I was feeling my age on Sunday.
Oh,
yeah, so I mean, speaking for the whole of DeepFriedMingBalls, you know, we scrimmed with 9 Avatar, I think, on 3 occasions. They are really fun to play with. They're good dudes. I think they're all dudes. Sorry if that sounded sexist. I think they're all blokes on that team, though.
I believe
they are...
that's gender neutral for a group. So, and also it's the internet.
So yeah, we're excited to see them in the grand finals. I know, listening to the interview last night, you know, Universe was saying he was pretty keen to see us in the finals as well, which you know is a massive nod to us and our performance this season. So yeah, I think it's going to be yeah, a really exciting match. I know the last time they scrimmed us, they gave us hell. So I'm expecting another close game.
My team did have a 42-minute Infernal Shrines with them, so you know, be ready for the long haul.
Yeah, yeah, I think we've got the advantage of 42-minute games though, because naturally being on the West Coast, it's a little bit earlier in the day for us. So ideally, you know, if we can keep them up to their 45-minute games, they'll just get tired and complacent, and we'll dominate. Yeah,
you know, that might be a good approach. Go with a war of attrition. And not Vel in chat is suggesting maybe the word blokes instead, because that's that sounds more your style.
Blokes is very much a male masculine term, but yeah,
Well,
not quite like
I think
folks and blokes.
I think you got the accent to pull it off. So, before we get going, there was one. I mentioned the drink, mentioned the congratulations. Y'all played fantastic. So I guess with that, we can give y'all the floor for shoutouts. Unless there's anything else from the match.
You go first, and if there's anyone left, I'll clean up after.
Or you can repeat.
I do want to just give a shout out to Soul Limit. He was one of the DPS players on Flint Tropics. He played a really amazing Lunara. I have a lot of respect for that Lunara. He's got like 1,000 games or something on it, and it really shows. He really gave my life hell as a DPS, especially in the backline. Him and Aesop really dived well together, so a lot of respect towards that team, and specifically those two players together. They did really well. You can go now with a shout out to me. I just wanted to make sure I got that line in.
Well done. Yeah, so I think a big shout out to all our team, DeepFriedMingBalls. I think over the course of the last few months, everybody's had a shot at being the MVP on our team. There's been some fantastic plays from every single one of our players.
That's what I meant to ask. I also want the MVP for the night.
Yeah, I am going to give the MVP of the night to Sil. I think she, she wasn't in every game, but the game she was in, she played some of the best HOTS I've ever seen her play. She literally pulled the entire team from the throes of death in Game 3, and I think that's what led us to victory on Volskaya. And she's also been the heart and soul of our team. Everybody plays a different role on DeepFriedMingBalls, but Sil is the person who brought us all together as a team. She's also the person who thrust captaincy upon me. She's also the person who taught Silver how to dance in the real life. So she's a wonderful person, and we're very lucky to have her on the team.
You'll do it, and you'll like it.
So I guess with that said, guys, great season for all of us, and well done. But a huge thank you to all the Div E West teams that we played against this season. It was a delight to play with all of you. I know, and without sort of favouring some over the other, Bullmoose Party, Woodley Express have been great to play a lot of friendly matches with. Your team, Taco as well. The sister teams in the East Coast have been amazing to scrim with and play with, and I think a lot of our friends have made. A lot of our team have made really good friends with a lot of other teams out there at NGS. So we were just talking today before the match. How cool it's been to sort of jump in on some games with you guys and some of the others. 10-player ARAMs and all that sort of junk. That's just fun to play. So and NGS has been a really inclusive, really fun, really I think well-run organization. So. I guess I should give a shout out to Gloku as well, who has been the person who's had to field all the questions from me as a first-time captain, going, "Hey, what am I doing? I don't understand."
That's what they're there for.
I think, and probably finally from me, a really big shout out to you, Taco, because you've picked up our games that haven't been cast. You've shown our team a lot of love and a lot of support. I know. There's a bond that will last through the ages between you and Silver Arrow. Now you guys are BFFs for life.
Whoa, my lord! Whoa.
But I think a big thank you to the whole Division E NGS community. You're all awesome. Thank you.
I know that we're definitely gonna miss you in Div E, so good luck with wherever you end up next season.
You guys can just come up to whatever division we end in. You got it.
Yeah, our team's working on something right now. We're gonna get stuff figured out, and we're gonna come in. Maybe we can beat more than your Cho'Gall in the future. I think that's the only game that we've beaten y'all on our own, like where we didn't have one of your players. So,
I think our Cho'Gall has a lot of fear out there. I know. I think it's Wood League always like it's insta ban Cho'Gall before we.
Well, I won't tell anyone how we beat it, but it became glaringly obvious. No offense, Hooli.
He's not gonna like that.
Oh well, I'll deal with it in 30 seconds when it gets to stream. Thank you, and very kind words. Not just for me, but from the team, from Divi, from everybody. Like that's why we're here at NGS, right? Is to build these bonds and maybe keep this game going. If we keep this game going another season, and then another season, you know, we have it. It doesn't die, or maybe it does, and we all burn with it. But while we have it, you know, it's so much fun meeting a lot of people. I met my wife playing video games, right? A game just like this that wasn't this, and now we're doing this together. That's how we spend a lot of time together. It's where we're making a lot of our friends, especially in a time where everything is on the internet. Like, you can build some real bonds now. Oh, Hooli's mad. So
he's always mad about something.
Yeah. Love you, Hooli. So, yeah, absolutely. It's been great to watch everybody in Divi play so well. And I think both sides, like both halves of Divi played really strong, and the Divi now is nothing like the Divi from a couple seasons ago, from 2 or 3 seasons ago. It's just like, it's a lot more competitive. There's a lot more cohesion. Drafts make sense. Play calling makes sense mostly. I mean, except for mine. But you know, it's the competitive environment's really building up people and building up teams, and so it's fantastic to see keep happening. Hen, Arrow, Silver, Hen, unless you'll have anything else, thank you so much for joining me. Congratulations and good luck going into the grand finals. I like 9 Avatara. I like you guys. I like, you know, a lot of these teams. So I'm gonna, I don't know who to cheer for, so I'm probably just gonna go cry in a corner instead.
Just drink heavily, man. I'll invent a cocktail and you can get stuck in.
Sounds good. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great night.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks for casting.
Of course. Love it. All right. With that, that is going to kind of wrap up this match tonight. No game 5. I'm sorry. What did Ice bring up? What is that? So before we get going, also, if can Ahmad get us ready to raid Kaiberries? She's streaming. She's a member of a Div A team and kind of a fairly popular Heroes of the Storm streamer. So if we can get that ready to go, that would be fantastic. We'll keep it Heroes of the Storm themed. But before we go, again, June 5th at 1 Eastern is the Region ARAM tournament. The links are in the chat somewhere, and I think Vel will drop it once she starts hearing this. Go sign up. Go donate. You know, things like that. See, now I have to open this link in a new tab and see what Hooli's gonna hate me for. So, Region ARAM tournament. Sign up, play, watch, whatever. Murda, Arrow, not Silver Arrow, but the Arrow, and I will be casting. It'll be a great time. Going to raise some money for the Breast Cancer Research Foundation. Which, speaking of which, casting NGS. Thank you so much for this opportunity to cast the Div E West finals. If you like my casting, if you like my presentation, if you like my stream, those are 3 different things. You have 3 opportunities to like me here. Go give me a follow at twitch.tv/LTaquito. Someone or I will throw casters in the chat, but the command. And give me a follow on Twitter at the Little Taco. I don't tweet a whole lot, but when I do, it's either about my dogs or about me streaming. So you can catch me when I'm doing stuff. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm gonna start working on some physical mental health stuff on stream as well. So if you're interested in that, let me know or come hang out. Anytime you're here at the Nexus Gaming Series Twitch, there is what am I saying? Anytime you're here at the Nexus Gaming Series Twitch, any donos, any bits, any subs, they all go to the caster. And honestly, I want participation in this ARAM tournament. So instead of giving me anything, go to the ARAM tournament, donate to the Tiltify, and yeah, hang out there. Just give me a follow on my stream, and we'll have a good time. Iggy, if you need a special drink delivered, you gotta find a special wife. I don't know. Special wife, special life. I don't see anything popped up for a potential raid, which is unfortunate because I don't have the ability to raid from this, from the NGS channel. So here's two different Twitches. If you like, so Kai Berries is doing Heroes of the Storm. Go hang out there. Tell her Taco sent you from Nexus Gaming Series. If you don't want, one of my best friends from the Navy, we went through boot camp together and initial training and whatever. He's playing Fall Guys. He's an old friend of mine. Great guy, really chill to hang out with. So if you're looking for something a little bit different, go hang out watching some Fall Guys. And maybe in a little bit I'll start seeing my hands moving, and I'll go ahead and drop this link. Actually, there it is now. Those are the two streams that I recommend going to check out, because we are finishing up here, and I think that is the end of Nexus Gaming Series for the night. Looking forward to the finals on Thursday. And again, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. It is late. I had to get up for work in 5.5 hours. So, good night, everybody.
Jotsky looking for that damage, finds him on the Diablo. Diablo forced it back out as their health drops low. The Immortal now is at 25%
Back down,
here.
Yo on the Greymane, give me the first ball. But is it ETC? No, that's Malthael up there. A triple.
The Leyline used in the back, catching 3 people on top. That followed up by the APOC and the lurking on. Catching 2, but this time on is going to be the first one.
Wow, did you see that mosh pit? 4-man mosh pit while on a conveyor belt. That was like a regular sushi.
There's the lead, catches him in the mud pit. Time trap does pop. Mosh pit goes out. Fubu's still in trouble. Pops to stay a while and listen, but it's not going to matter.
Here comes the bloodlust on the backside. The Visual gets under and then stunned. Oh my goodness! The combo!
Getting shrunk down, ETC getting killed. He becomes dog food for the Greymane.
I didn't think they had a chance. I thought it was all over. We said all or nothing, and they got absolutely everything.